and said sorry. Well, you know, it don't take much for me to start behaving badly. And, you know, I apologize, but then again, we see, look at this, burns. It says burns, yeah? Burn, 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 burn. I got burn on there. My last video, it's all burns.
I didn't burn myself once in my last video.
Oh, I like those. I like the burn videos. Those are good.
Well, this one, I was going to actually cut all the burns out and put them on the end.
Lucky if I get 10 views on that one because I haven't burnt myself.
You used to burn yourself really, really well, and you'd jump and you'd scream, and I wish you'd get back to doing that again.
Well, I did the first part of this video over the works, cut all the pieces for this lamp I'm making, took it all home, and I welded it at home in my little shed at the back here. And fuck me, I burnt myself about 25 times. If I
hope you recorded it. It's good. I like that.
Cut them all out like I usually do. Cut them all out, and we could probably make a tune out of it.
Your fans love those ones. They love the burn videos. They love the fart videos. They love all that.
Well, yeah, a lot of people said that. Rob, you're not swearing half as much as you used to. Rob, you're not burning yourself. Rob, you haven't committed suicide for at least 3 fucking weeks.
You need to listen to your fans. Listen to your people.
Especially the suicide part. Fuck me, I'd have another 6,000 subscribers in 2 weeks.
Yeah, don't listen to that one. Don't listen to those ones.
Oh, it don't matter. Some, you know,
burning ones, the farting ones. Don't listen to suicide, and everything's gonna be okay.
Tall boy bum.
Did you say don't listen to suicide?
No, he says he gets suicide requests, so don't listen to those ones. But go ahead, listen to the burning ones, the farting ones.
My favorite band, Suicide Silence. Listen to
it. Suicide is painless.
Oh, MASH, yeah, MASH, right.
He farted in the. Oh, was that me? I apologize, my man. I fix it with the biscuit, man. The thing is, you get so used. It's like when they do like Big Brother, you got like cameras all around you. You actually forget they're there, don't you? Well, I'm one of them really, because I let my camera run. I do not keep shutting it off and on. I let it run the complete how many hours I'm there, and because I let it run, all these little noises come out to me. So then when I'm editing, I decide to leave them in or take them out. So, you know.
You actually farted right at the Canadian flag. I watched you there. You actually blew it right at the flag.
Yes.
Yeah, he blew it right at the flag.
Oh, I'm scared to touch her.
You had the camera to the left of you there. That's yeah, left.
What have I done to my arm? That's fucking burns. I had my thing on like that, you know, the coat, and the fucking shit was running straight down my arm. And the thing is, you can't stop. You know, a good welder will not stop welding just because he's burning himself. He'll carry on until he sees flames coming up under his fucking face. Then he'll stop welding probably. But until then, I've looked down many a time. I bet Jason, I've looked down and saw yourself, all your coat is on fire or something. We've all done that.
I had one time a spark, a big chunk of steel, got right in my headband of my helmet. And burned a hole right in the middle of my forehead. And you don't stop, like you keep on going. And it fucking hurts.
You can't stop. I had a ball about the size of a tennis ball, molten metal, go into my sleeve, and I'm turning my arm like this, trying to get it out, and it went right around my arm like a 2-inch strip of burned skin. Smelled lovely for fucking months.
God, that'd been a funny one.
Oh, that was a good one. I set my jeans on fire when welding. See, people's done it.
Yeah. I lost half my nipple for about 3 years.
I did set my coveralls on fire one time. What's that, Jace?
I lost half my nipple. I was welding underneath a car in a t-shirt, doing a favor for somebody, and I hit basically an area of rust. So they all balled up and dropped right on the side of my nipple. So it burnt through my t-shirt and burnt into my skin. Yeah. So I literally had this big fucking burn and blister on my nipple for ages, and then when it did clear up, it was like my nipple had half disappeared.
Oh,
yeah. Years for the skin to grow back properly and everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so Sebastian said the one down the fucking boot. to the ankle. Yeah,
Wow. Those are good ones.
and if we stopped wearing like them tie-up boots because he used to go down a hole in the fucking tie-up boot
Yeah.
and manage to wiggle his way down there.
You can't cover everything.
Yeah, I had
Because
something similar. Do you remember St. Lawrence Hospital?
it gets so fucking hot.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't stand it.
There was a big water tower up there with a tank on top of it. I'm going back years now. They lifted me up on a crane into this water tank and the gas bottles, and I cut all the bolts out of it, and it was cast iron. And one of the bolt heads that I burnt off dropped down inside my boot, and exactly the same thing, and it burnt itself into my foot. My God, it was the most excruciating pain I've ever felt.
I think the worst one is down a year old because you can actually hear it fry in your brain, can you?
It's all good.
You hear it actually cooking its way down to your brain, and you go.
The hair starts on fire in your ear, and then, oh my God.
I've welded wearing sandals. God, I welded bare chest once because I was an idiot young apprentice, and they all stood there watching me. I done a complete half a day welding these manhole cover. Reinforcing bars on the manhole covers.
Well, Wayne has welded naked before. He can't really say anything right now, but I've seen Wayne welding naked. So there you go.
You do anything to show his novel. Anything. I was talking to his neighbour. His neighbour said he'll do anything to show his knob. He goes out there welding in the nude all the fucking time.
Yeah, king of the knobs. That's what they call him.
Yeah, Paul. Just sleeves. You need sleeves when you're welding. You really do need sleeves.
When I welded with a shirt on, and I'm not being funny, as Yui just said there, I literally peeled the skin off me the next day. Fuck you know, I was in pain.
I was working at Fairfields. The masks we had were pretty crap. And welding inside like I don't know, like a 2-meter tube, and welding the cap on the end of it on the inside, and it'd just be coming up under your neck and under there all the time. It used to be red raw. It used to be an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
And in the Severn Bridge, when I was plating that was a fucking nightmare as well, because we didn't have any proper lighting or anything. We were working inside the actual structure of the bridge, and you'd have your mask. It was a handheld, big old stick. You're trying to get a bloody gusset in there, and
you know all the nuts inside the bridge.
Yeah.
I had to paint around them because you couldn't go near the nut because every nut had a felt pen marking on it with the torque wrench settings.
Oh, really?
You had to paint around the nut and leave the felt pen alone. And I was in there for fucking 6 months.
Oh, God.
So they had torque wrench settings on each nut.
Yeah. And you know where they found me? You know the services on the other side, Jace?
Mm-hmm.
I used to go up the services, go up there on the diddlers, and if I sat on the wall by the window, I could see him coming over the bridge to get me. So I'd run like fuck down the bank, go down a ladder, get up into the bridge, run a few sections of the bridge, and Tommy would stick his head up the thing and say, "Come on then, Rob, it's time to go home." Oh, okay then. For months and months.
Well, I used to, when I was a kid, in summer holidays, I used to cycle to Oz Services and spend my pocket money there on the diddlers.
Never.
They had Space Invaders. It was the only place that had it local to us.
Why is it called that? The diddlers. What is it called?
I don't know.
Because it diddles you. It diddles the money out of your pocket.
What's it mean? Does it mean the same thing there as it means here? Diddling? Does it mean the same thing?
You can't win.
What does diddling mean over there?
Well, basically just tossing off, wasting your time kind of a thing.
What?
Yeah, it's kind of a waste of time and money, but yeah. I mean, we used to call them one-arm bandits. We used to have an arm on them to pull.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like a casino type of a deal.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what they call it. Okay. Different meaning over here.
As they've got all newer, they've gone from arms to buttons now, haven't they? So
I think we all had one in the house, didn't we, as a money box? Because they started selling them off cheap, didn't they?
It's Crystal's birthday. We should mention it.
I think Justin is gone, isn't he? It's her birthday. Oh.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to ya. What's the point of saying happy birthday if they're not there? They're gone.
Fuck it.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm telling you, don't you?
Yeah, no, I agree. Fuck it.
Talking to yourself, you're wasting your grandkids' oxygen for when they grow up. Isn't that right, Wayne? Right there. Wayne looks at somebody and then he, look at him now. Look. I reckon she stood there with a rolling pin threatening to fuck.
He is, yeah. Threatening his life.
We're gonna have to get his wife on one, right?
We should.
What we'll do is like, what days are they? Friday mornings have all the wives on.
That would be good. That would be hilarious.
And they could really tell everybody what we think about them. Because you know, women don't hold no prisoners whatsoever.
I'll have Sham coming on, yeah.
You better get Shirley trained up. She's got to send out the links and set up everything.
Yeah, the computer doesn't work on Fridays. Sham's not coming on.
The dish ran away with the spoon.
Rob almost didn't even send me a link today. He forgot all about me. Bastard.
I fucking never did.
How can you do such a thing?
Be honest,
I had to remind him.
I was holding back since you all said this band fucking Lionel. I said well, I'm going to hold back.
Who said that?
You did.
Fuck off. I love Lionel.
You were drunk again. You were drunk again.
Yeah. And then Jason said, "What the fuck are we having Wayne on you for all the time?"
Oh, fuck off.
I said, "No, come on, be honest."
Don't fucking blame me. Hang on. Check out Seb's last comment in the chat room.
What will be your last word? What are we talking about?
It just says Miles say I'm an asshole, which I am.
Put on his tombstone.
Is that what it said? What is that the reference?
His gravestone or what?
Okay. I don't think you're an asshole, Seb. I think you're a nice lad.
Well, I remember somebody saying about
He better get it ready when that fucking Harry Organ shows up. He better be ready.
Harry Organ, he's a bastard. He is, mind. I've heard loads of things about him.
They must have been talking about something. They must have been in the chat room. You're not an asshole. Then you are full of shit.
What's going on in there? What have we missed? Everybody stop fucking talking. Just read the fucking chat.
Right there, we're getting Wayne biting here, but it's enough. Go on, Vince, ban him.
Fuck off, Wayne, and stay.
Is Wayne being a cock? Stop being a cock, Wayne.
Fuck off, Wayne.
Send me a link to that heater as well.
His wife is giving him shit again.
How is sumo wrestling, isn't he?
Sumo. So yes, I've been drinking wine most of the week, and I gotta be honest, it was fucking good stuff. And
that's the wine you made, right?
It makes this grow fucking super quick. So yeah, it's lovely stuff. I'll show you.
How many liters you got left? You got some left?
Yeah.
Did you start another batch? Is that a gallon?
Yeah.
That's a gallon, right?
I got 2 more on a go over there. So Cheryl said, "Do you want me to give you cider?" And I said, "I'm not really fussed because I really don't like cider no more."
Oh, fuck off, Rob.
Right off the cider, eh? Really? I don't believe it.
Fuck off, Rob.
And
Sham.
when I wanted to give up drinking altogether, fucking Vince upset me, and now I want to give up cider. Fucking Jason upsets me.
Upset him.
I wanted to be a wino, red wino. Have you been on that channel, Vince, at all? You make it, show it, sell it?
I look at it anytime you post, anytime anyone else posts. I look at it right away.
There is a fella who makes stuff out of Coca-Cola cans. He's just
I saw that. I actually saw that today. Those are just brilliant, actually. Really well done.
He's just put one on now. He's just asked for approval for it, and it's
I should look at that. Yeah.
Vespa scooter.
Makes the little robots and stuff like that. Really cool stuff.
And there is some unbelievable talent out there, without a doubt about it. And I'm glad I come nowhere near that sort of talent. But they're very friendly. You know, they're all over the world. They're very friendly.
Cheers, Dad. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I think I'll make a margarita. I think I will make a margarita.
Mm.
I have ginger, but I'm not drinking it.
Good work for me, Vince.
I will.
Thank you very much.
So what I'm asking people to do is if you do anything funny or exciting in the week, is to write it down, and that will be part of the chat thing, you know. So we don't.
I wrote it all down.
So we don't get locked up like we usually getting locked up here with strange talk. So at least you can just go straight onto another subject and say, well, I had a good thing happen to me on the way to work. Which I didn't, but you know. In fact, I done a fantastic, one of my best fan chats I've ever done in my life. And I got home to find out the camcorder wasn't on.
Yes, because I was listening. I didn't see it. I don't remember seeing a van chat. So there you go.
It was brilliant. It was funny, laughable. I rocked on for a good few jokes, and then I got home and said, "All right, I'll edit this now, put it on for Thursday night." And there was nothing on the video.
Oh, I've done that. I've got confused, pressed the button, and it's paused, and I've carried on, thinking I've pressed record.
Yeah.
In fact, the best thing I ever made with that happened. One big long video.
The cameras we got are great. They're great cameras because you can shut the door and it'll still record, where most camcorders, as soon as you shut the door, the camera shuts off.
Yeah, but I don't know how that works, Bob, because I've tried that and it always shuts off for me. It's got to be in the settings, haven't it?
Set it on record.
Yeah.
Press the button so it's red on the back.
Yeah.
Shut the door and that stays red on the back forever and ever.
Ah, the lens claps closes on mine.
No. Yours This is my old one. This is exactly the same, but all of a sudden it come back to life, and I don't know why. But this one, as I said, you press record and it stays. You can shut the door so everybody thinks you're not recording. Then, so you can put it on the table. Right.
I'm recording.
They see the door shut and it carries on recording.
Hey, it is no.
God, he's just invented the fucking
hell! Like save battery power like shitloads now.
rocket stoving fucking genius.
All you have to do is put the battery in. Apparently, is that correct?
Come on, magic fucking swings and roundabouts.
Oh, the Canadians doing weird stuff again.
Wait, let me play it.
Oh, Bob, I didn't know that. Well then, thank you very much.
It saves you a lot of battery power, but I use, as you know, I use the spare battery lead. What they call that thing? You know, this thing. The box thing, you know that?
Oh, okay, a power pack.
You plug that in, and that camera will go for 2.5 hours non-stop.
Never.
Yeah.
Makes me horny.
Magic roundabout.
The thing is, the batteries now come down in price for these motherfuckers.
Have they?
These was 60 quid starting off because there's a microchip in them.
Yeah.
You can get the fat one for 20 quid.
Really?
Yeah.
And they work?
Yeah, they work on this one.
Okay, no. I'm going to have to get them.
Amazon, 20 quid.
Mm.
That battery's napped. I was gonna open it up and put new batteries in. But she's not swelling at all, so I don't know why it don't work no more. If we're going to zip around there with a little cutter, open it up. There's obviously 2 batteries in there, isn't there? Rechargeables.
Yeah.
And just replace them. There's another way of doing it. But that thing I showed you because I got about 4 of them. These things.
Yeah.
I got about 4 of these things. They last for hours and hours and fucking hours and hours.
Bring one of those to the shop tomorrow so I can have a look at it.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh God, I've got the itchy shoulders again. Oh, it's a torch.
Go to the light, Kelly Ann. Go to the light. Yeah, it's a torch as well. This one is a 2200 mega, MAH Megatrons. That black.
I'm not sure if you can see that, Huey.
Oh yeah, look at that, you. This one is.
It's Panasonic.
This one, they're only like a $5 off Amazon. But this last.
What is that?
What? And then this is the lead look with plugs into the side of your camera. But you can also have this one so it plugs into your phone or it plugs into anything you want. It's up to you what you plug it into. That one's set up to plug into my camcorder, so I know I can't shut this off. Is that one?
Wade Stewart has to go. Wade, I've lost it. I've fucking lost it.
Wade, I was just going to talk to you.
He says he's building a forge. I wanted to.
Also, he's just posting a video as well.
He doesn't. Wade doesn't make any videos. I was hoping if he's going to make a. He says he's building a forge. He's going to build a forge. I was hoping he'd make a video. It'd be great.
Yeah, forge. What CC is that?
He's got a go cut trail. Wade, I don't know if you've left already, but where do you live that you're cutting trail? You must be cutting trail in the bush.
Well, come on, be honest now.
I sometimes have to cut a trail through the house. The laundry piles up so high.
You can't own a
Wade lives in Cheltenham.
You can't have a fucking Porsche in Cheltenham.
Charlton.
You'll have people nicking it out.
Where's that? Where's Charlton?
Isn't it?
Stewart isn't an English name or a Welsh name, is it?
Yeah.
Jackie Stewart. The Jackie.
Scottish name to me here.
You can call yourself anything you want in Wales. You can call yourself Prince. It's up to you.
He used to be on ABC Wide World of Sports or something with Jackie Stewart. Remember Jackie Stewart?
Yep. I remember Jackie Stewart.
Oh, there he goes into the chicane.
He's the mother tucker.
My niece's their last name by their father is McLaughlin Stewart.
He's the mother tucker what made seatbelts come into it, isn't he?
Eh?
Jackie Stewart.
He's the former leader of the campaign to make seatbelts legal.
The bastard.
Fucking safety.
I saw him and I said, I'll never watch you again, sucker. Because remember when you had to wear a seatbelt going back to the old days? Everybody did, didn't it? It was because it was another tick off. You got to do what they tell you.
Yeah.
All right. Now you can use a mobile phone because you're so fucking stupid. You're going to drive into something because you're using a mobile phone.
In my time growing up, they introduced two things that they never had when I was a kid. When I first got my license, they sort of did, but my first vehicle didn't have seat belts. It never came with seat belts. And then motorcycle, when I first started riding a motorcycle, you didn't have to wear a helmet either. But that all changed. You had to wear seat belts and you had to wear a helmet. Never had to do that when I first started out.
Well, it's bought my image having to wear a crash helmet because, as you know, I was a Jimi Hendrix lookalike. So then you had to try and get this crash helmet over your afro. And my hair used to touch both sides of my shoulders. It was literally like that. So I had to squeeze out a fucking crash helmet over there. And then when you took the helmet off, you looked like a fucking right nonce.
Hey, Wayne.
You're getting good at that. So yeah, it's about my ego. It's about my style.
You did have a lot of hair. I did notice your old pictures. You got a lot of frizzy hair too.
Yeah, I really tight curl. I was.
Yeah, tight.
But I think you went with playing guitar back in that sort of day and age. You know, playing guitar for a living when people would actually pay you.
Yeah, they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay anymore.
My car doesn't have turn signals, hazard lights, or seat belts.
No, I mean, Paul, you're right. We used to be able to drink and drive. I mean, it was never really a good idea to drink and drive, but the penalty wasn't as severe as it is now if you drink and drive. Usually if you're too drunk, they just say, well, are you going straight home? Of course you say yes. And they say, well, go on straight home. Then.
Is it not because youngsters abused every law there was on the planet?
That's why.
You know, they would drink and drive thinking it was fun. We'd drink and drive just to get home in the night because, you know, the pub was far away.
Well, you don't want to leave your car there because it won't be there when you come back in the morning.
I used to go, I was born in Malpas, so when we moved down here, I used to go out Malpas every night of the week and drink in the same pub I've always drunk in. And
so the place you guys are at now, you and Shirley are at now, the kids weren't raised up there, right? At the place now.
Yeah, all my kids were raised here.
Right there.
Yeah.
But did you and Shirley have a place before this place?
Yeah, two.
2 places.
Yeah.
Big place, small place, apartments.
A flat, then a house.
Oh, you did have a house.
And then you.
So what made you decide on going here?
Well, the old house didn't have a bathroom in. It had a shitter in obviously, but it didn't have a bath on it. We had to tin bath. Remember the tin baths, Wayne?
Yeah, tin bath. Yeah.
Wayne does. He's still sat in one there. And we used to have the tin. So we had we had the washing machine upstairs. You know, remember the twin washers? Well, he used to boil the water a lot. So we had that next to the tin bath, and then we drain the water from there into the bath. Have your bath, get your suit on, and get the well downtown, like, you know. But this house come up because Robert was born, so this house come up brand new, never been slept in.
Oh yeah.
So we moved here to have Robert Yurlock with a bathroom and whatever. But I worked in Malpas.
I keep tagging your name all the time. Like you see the pictures of Newport Past. Do you recognize any of those pictures at all when I tag your name?
All of them. That Speedway thing.
I thought you'd love that.
Albie Golden. The thing is, I've seen them all. I'm quite into all that. And Albie Golden was the worst speedway driver in the world.
Really?
Worst. I don't think he ever won a race if the others was going backwards. He was fucking terrible in it. But yeah, we knew all of them. Where was you working in Malpas, old man Welder? Because I'm a Malpas boy. You know, I was born in Malpas. I wasn't born in Malpas, but.
Yeah, especially the flat track racing. I thought, oh, I got to tag your name because you'll love that stuff. But you've read it all. You've seen it all already.
So. I'm in all them sort of Facebook things anyway. You know, the Transporter Bridge, Pill, Malpas, as we're talking here now. My sister.
I thought there was a picture the other day of the Transporter Bridge, and I was trying to look for the area where you live there, but I couldn't figure out which area it was, whether it was northeast, southeast, or what side of the bridge. We live probably less than 5 miles from the Transporter Bridge. Right. But the place that you live in now, that there was nothing there before, was there?
No, it was marshland.
It was marsh, yeah.
It was a swamp.
Right.
So we are really redneckers.
Yeah, brand new, fresh.
Yeah. Cheese factory. A cheese factory. Cheese factory in Malpas. I can't remember the cheese factory in Malpas. I remember the biscuit factory.
I gotta read more of the comments. The people, everyone in the comments, always post such interesting stuff here. God, I gotta go back and read here. I always miss a ton. I always get to the end of the show and I look back at the comments and I'm like, fuck, how did I miss all those great comments that people leave?
Oh, old man worked in Malpas.
I got it in really big writing next to me, you know, so I can read it quite easily now. Even I'm sat back all the way over here.
This Tim the Toolman says, Lionel, why are you yelling? I thought, wait a second, Lionel's not in the video, but Lionel is actually yelling in the comments as well.
He's in caps, is he? I gotta go back.
When Lionel is on with us, he's fucking yelling like a motherfucker. But right now, he's yelling in the comments.
I know Burton's in Lantarnham because we used to have broken biscuits from there all the time and thing. And then down in Crinder, there used to be a chocolate factory.
Blind bad eyes.
I can remember the cheese factory. Bottom of the hill, Hampton Heath.
Hang on.
No.
What did Wayne Ellis send you? What did Wayne Ellis send you there, Jason? What did he send?
What was that? When?
He'll never fucking tell us, so I have to ask you.
What?
He sent you a link to an eBay something.
Oh, that'll be for my heater.
Oh, are you guys still talking about this fucking heater?
Oh, that's fucking awesome as well.
You guys been talking about this heater for 2 months now.
Decent.
Just get a big diesel.
That's
what do
decent.
We call him Herman Nelson here. Just get a big diesel Herman Nelson fucking heater and stick it in there.
No, this thing's good. It'll fit under my seat.
You were supposed to go camping last weekend. Did you go camping?
I did, yeah, and it was fucking awesome, man.
It was, yeah.
It was awesome, eh?
We're planning on going camping May long weekend, which is May 21st. So that's Queen Victoria's birthday, apparently. A big thing here. Well, it's a big thing because we get an extra day off work, right?
Yep.
See you, Rob. Talk to you later. He usually hears me. But anyway, so we go camping May long, but it's infamously bad fucking weather in Canada. It's either cold. Well, it starts out warm. You look at the weather report. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful weekend. It fucking rains. It snows. It's always something bad on May long weekend. Anyway, this year, May long weekend, we have fire bans in place because we've got like virtually no rain, no recordable moisture since last October or something like that. It's so fucking dry here.
Sorry.
What were you just drinking? What's going on? Oh my god!
Is that?
I ordered new skis. So am I going to keep some skis here for Charmaine, or am I going to keep them for you, or what?
You keep them for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charmaine's got her own stuff.
Yeah. Don't throw anything away.
I won't throw anything away, but I might sell it. But if I know you're selling it, I won't sell it.
Oh, right. No, if you can think of the selling, yeah, no worries. No worries.
Oh, I'm not gonna sell it. I'm not hard up for cash. Obviously, I'll keep it if I know you're coming.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. We are.
Next winter, right?
What, your winter? That's fucking 30 below. No fucking chance.
we're not gonna go skiing when it's 30 below. Well, it'll be nice.
Okay, that's cool. It's Denzel in the room.
That's it. Change the fucking subject. That's it.
Not changing the subject, but saying hello to Denzel.
Everyone in the chat room knows that you fucking blow me off all the time. I come up with great fucking ideas. You blow me off
that kind of boy.
Not blow me every time. You blow me off every time. That's a different thing.
What's going on with the lawn darts? I've read lawn darts for 9 times now. What's all the lawn darts?
Oh Christ! I played lawn darts for fucking years.
Yes, lawn darts with the metal tip, though.
Yeah.
I've got them. I've got the big fuckers I made.
Yeah, very similar to that, Rob, in fact.
He died, didn't he? What's his name? Eric Bristow?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He's dead now.
He run out of oxygen, how was it?
Yep, he's dead now. Poor fucker.
Young as well.
Yeah. Ish.
He was 60-something, but young. I'm not sure if it's 61 or...
Lionel's yelling because they took his lawn darts away. That's something they banned, like in the early 80s or late 70s, they banned lawn darts. Like they must have been, I don't remember them being that bad.
No.
Don't even remember
when I was a kid, it used to be Dutch arrows.
Swiss arrows.
Yeah, Dutch arrows we used to call them.
And I was
a bit of dowling and flight. But
we talked about this like a year ago.
Did we?
Yes, Dutch arrows. You shoot them up. It's dark out. You throw them up in the air and you fucking run like crazy.
That's fucking it. Throw them with a bit of string off the notch, boom, straight up in the air.
Right, and run.
Which made you on the top of the head. Which it was
run,
me.
No wonder we banned the fucking things. Who shot JR? It's like his head is fucked up somehow. It's like he's got a weird angle on his head.
Sharon saying my head is fucked up.
Right,
Yeah,
Lionel, mate, I haven't got a clue what pocket fisherman is. Unless that's
Oh,
something you do in private.
The Popeil pocket fisherman. What you would do is you'd get a little guy, a little midget about a foot tall, and you'd stick him in your pocket.
Okay, and he'd fish.
No, I'm just kidding. We had a guy here who was about that tall, and we used to joke about that. But the Popeil pocket fisherman was a little retriever kind of a thing, and it folded up like it was a telescopic rod, right?
Mm-hmm.
It all folded up into one with a reel, all like in a plastic cast.
We had them over here.
Yeah.
Little green thing, sort of.
Yes, all in one plastic case, with the reel and all the
close spool reel used to come out the center, and
right. Yes, correct.
Yeah, and everybody in the adverts for them, we were able to catch big mouth bass, and they were like that. And
tuna, huge.
Yeah, fucking amazing.
Yeah, on 10-pound test. Yeah,
K-Tal, he's right. K-Tal, it was K-Tal. Well, it was over here.
K-Tal, yeah. Yeah, over here we had our whole line of the cheesiest fucking junk you could come up with.
Yeah,
we guys probably had a
company called JML do exactly what K-Tal used to do.
Same idea, right?
Yeah, exactly the same. Lionel, you're still shouting.
Did that company put out like compilation albums too?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, K-Tel did the same. Greatest disco hits of the 1978. It would always be something weird like Hits on Fire or something fucking bizarre.
Greatest six-toed singers of 1943.
Right. Exactly. Stuff like that.
Just when you thought your set skulls was growing back.
But wait, and if you
Andy's coming. Andy's in the room. Say hello to Andy.
Andy, there's not my Andy. My Andy.
Who, Wizard? Is Wizard there?
No, Osbeach.
Oh, Osbeach Andy.
Our wonderful drone flyer who's still drying drones, who's still flying drones.
Lionel, I'm going to prove you fucking wrong. It was not just K-Tel. It was both
drones.
Finch has been very friendly to fucking Lyle, isn't he? After what he said about him earlier.
Tom Jones.
I said, damn that fucking Lionel.
He was awesome. He still is. I go to Vegas to see Tom.
Nice one, Tim. Ban him.
No fucking names in the chat room.
I don't want to ban Tim because if I ban him for 300 seconds, the fucker won't come back again.
You fucking did, Neil. You're right.
I couldn't play pocket billiards because my cue was too big.
Oh, show off.
Pocket pool. Fuck, I was grand champion.
You look.
I won at the Crucible in pocket pool.
You look like you could have been actually.
Do they still have the Crucible?
Yeah.
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 Snooker Crucible.
Yeah.
I'm playing pocket billiards as we speak.
Left ball, corner pocket.
It's the brown one behind the pink ball.
Oh, fuck, I just kissed the pink. There's no pink in billiards, but you know.
Me and my kids went down to Minneapolis a couple weeks ago, and we went to a pool hall. We wanted to play pool. They fucking never heard of snooker in the States. And I love playing snooker. Snooker is a game that a whole bunch of people can play at a time, right? Yep. Otherwise, you have to think of games like cutthroat and stuff like that if you only have, just a regular billiard balls.
Fuck me. Huey's mate was playing at the Crucible about 2 weeks ago.
Come off it. Bullshit.
Well,
at the Crucible.
Fuck me. Huey, fucking Buddy's posted some videos. That my fair dues. 2 tonight.
Who?
Hoodie.
Is he?
Andy. Andy's name, isn't it?
David.
Oh,
David. No wonder he never fucking replies to me. I keep calling him Andy.
I would die.
Oh dear.
He's good at pocket pool. He came
Chris Wakeling.
first.
Oh, nice one, Hugh. I'll have a look out for him, mate.
Chris Wakeland.
Uh,
The Crucible, Denzel. The Crucible final was last Monday.
see Tim's comment there. Vince was so
Yeah.
good at pocket pool, he came in first, third, and seventh.
There's another joke like that, and I can't fucking remember where it was, but it's something like that. First, exactly. I think it was the masturbating championships. Came in
I
first.
think that's what he's alluding to. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, do you now still watch sports like you used to? You know, we always used to watch, like we're talking about snooker at the moment. I used to watch snooker every day because of the Sakes and Aikens and all of Fantastics. And yet today I'd probably watch one match. Like, all right, Ronnie O'Sullivan is good. But you've got youngsters there and you don't even know them.
No, you're right. You know, back when I was a kid, it was the same thing. All I ever did was play snooker. In my 20s, all I ever did was play snooker. They call it snooker there, but snooker.
I think everybody got their favourite at their level in life.
Yours was Steve Davis. You love
Steve Davis.
You wasn't going to get better than Alex Higgins.
The Hurricane.
Right, Barry Briggs,
Mm.
the motorbike.
Oh, Barry who?
Barry
Sheen.
Barry Sheen,
Barry Sheen, yeah.
best motorbike driver in my thing.
Very chic.
And you go through this thing, and then you talk to youngsters. No, it's so.
Yeah, but we go back to that now. My greatest memory of motorcycle racing was Phil Crump at Speedway.
Crump was pretty good.
Crump was amazing. But I ranked him better than Sam Ermolenko. And I sat down and drank with Sam Ermolenko. When I lived in Wolverhampton, Sam was the team captain and he was world champion at the time. And I, for a minute, didn't think he was anywhere near as good as Phil Crump. He probably was far better.
Do you think like the skill levels now have altered because of the younger with no fucking sense of danger or whatsoever, that they are better at it now, and they because they don't hold no prisoners. The youngsters don't give a fuck.
Peter Craven was a good one. Selby Races. And that's going back a long time.
You was saying that Ronnie O'Sullivan has a series on History Channel where he goes over and hustles pool in the United States and no one's ever fucking heard of him.
I know.
Isn't it a shame though, right?
It is a shame, but then snooker's just not a big thing in the States, is it? So he's not.
Really is not.
How lucky is that for him?
Snooker is not a big
$60.
We tried to share every game that was possible all around the world, didn't it?
You're just getting up.
Hang about Wayne starting.
So,
He's shouting at people out the window.
You know,
looking at the cat.
we're not paying you.
But you know what? Snooker is not a big thing in Canada either, except for like the veterans clubs, like the Army, Navy, Air Force veterans clubs, because they brought the game basically over from the UK into Canada. It was never a big thing here. But anyone who's ever played snooker realizes that snooker is a much better game than any game that they fucking have over here. At least I think so.
I don't know, because most of our snooker players went on to 9-ball, didn't they?
That's correct. That's right.
What's his
Well,
name?
look at Steve Davis. Steve Davis became champion at 9-ball.
Fair dues. You can play, and about 6 of our top snooker players decided to go playing 9-ball, which is fair dues. A fantastic game.
Smaller
I nearly met Steve Davis. I
What's
nearly met Steve Davis. I was having a curry in Maindy, right? And I signed the guest book, and the person who signed it before me was Steve Davis. So he was there the same bloody night as me. And his thing was a very interesting meal.
Now, listen, Steve Davis is a common name. Are you sure it was the right Steve Davis?
No, it was the Steve Davis. It was during they had the World Championships on in Newport.
Oh, fuck, okay.
You know?
See, Steve Davis comes across to me as a real fun guy. But maybe he's
the guy's a fucking DJ. The guy's a fucking DJ. He's a club DJ.
I met him outside in the alleyway giving a blowjob to somebody.
You did? Was it to a girl or a guy?
Oh, guy.
Oh, one of those guys.
Yeah. I didn't like disturbing her. I just walked past it. I like Steve.
No, don't bother him when he's working.
And a funny thing about it, he knew my name. He said, "All right, how's it going?" I said, "Oh, fucking great, mate."
He had to empty his mouth first and then talk.
I said, "Can I have a go?" Like,
Can I have a go?
I'm lost now. What's going on here? Ken Roberts, Thorne was a great Vince. We only play 8-ball. I was a big follower of the Coventry Bees years ago. Nigel was the top rider. Were the Bees a speedway team? Were they?
Oh, old man, well done, Metcalfe forward. I mean, you go back, you read the comments. Like these people in the comments, fuck, they all have such great information, great stories. And
First fan will go back in the alley and get 2 blowjobs and bring one back. I gotta be honest, Tim is coming out with some classics tonight as well.
Yeah, you get 2 blowjobs and bring you one back. Oh my god.
Okay, you.
we used to go to Speedway every week when it was in Somerton, wasn't it?
Yeah, when I was a kid, yeah.
And then they moved it and they petitioned to get it back to Newport. We eventually got it back to Newport.
And no fucker could afford to go.
We can't afford to go there. It was absolutely, they took the prices because we had to pay for the stadium, the track, the fucking new tyres on their bikes.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let you in unless you give them like fucking 40 quid.
It was. Yeah, I never once went to the new track.
I sat outside listening. I thought, well, it was the smell, wasn't it?
I used to fucking love it.
Yeah,
I used to love it. So that's why when I moved up to Wolverhampton, it was the first thing I did was join the club. You know, I used to watch my Speedway every week and travel with them as well. And it used to be fucking awesome. But because we were in a club, we had a special fucking bar, and the riders used to come up into the bar. So at the time, we had a Canadian captain called Sam Ermolenko, who was world champion. And I spent the night getting pissed with the guy. He was only about 4'4". Fuck me, he was funny as fuck. Honest to God, he was brilliant. His brother started racing then as well. But yeah, he was an awesome rider. But I've got more vivid memories of watching Phil Crump ride with my dad, and Phil being a far more impressive rider than he was.
I remember what's his name who had his fingers off. He had his couple of fingers off.
Freddie Krueger. Oh no, sorry, yeah.
No, it was Ivor Briggs.
I know what you're on about.
He had like 3 fingers took off in his spokes in Newport. So he could only walk around like giving 1 finger.
Yeah, I know the guy you're on about.
Barry Briggs.
Barry Briggs, was it?
Briggs.
What's going on there? What's going on?
I'm trying to remember. I mean, my first intro into flat track racing was when there was a movie when I was a kid. It had Steve McQueen in it, and it was called On Any Sunday.
On any given Sunday.
Right.
On any given Sunday.
The first time I had seen flat track racing, I'm trying to remember. They had kind of showcased a number of different racing styles, and what was the guy? Mert Lowell. I can't remember the guy's name. Anyway, fuck, I think he raced for Harley Davidson. I can't recall, but that was the first time I really saw flat track racing. And we had flat track racing in the town next to me here, just a one time, and fuck, was it ever amazing! I mean, they were just sliding and gliding all the way around the track. It's just
you see some of them don't even put their foot down now.
No, they just I don't know how they do it.
That's gifted.
God.
To have your back wheel come out on you and not put your foot down takes a bit of bottling.
There was another guy, I think it was Malcolm Smith, maybe, I think that was the name in the movie. And it was like cross-country racing, but there's a whole bunch of different racing styles, motorcycle. Is on any given Sunday, on any something or another, that Steve McQueen as he was the
On Any Given Sunday was a film. I can't remember if it was Steve McQueen.
He was a good driver, wasn't he, Steve McQueen?
Yeah.
Actually, Steve McQueen was quite gifted himself. Yeah, exactly.
He done the war one, didn't he? Which he actually drove the bike.
Which one, Rob?
Oh, I have no idea who Roger Penske is, mate. Sorry.
The Great Escape.
Oh, The Great Escape. Yeah, right. Yes.
He actually drove that.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he done that jump. He was that man.
Yeah, he was quite gifted.
The bad wire wasn't bad wire, you know. It was like just wire. He moved stuff. And he just dropped the bike and slid into it. He didn't, you know. It was all right. It was a good film. Fair enough, Robert. But Mod's got girls. Mod's was all perverts, wasn't it? Because they had mirrors on the bottom of the scooters, just so they could see up the girl's leg when they was getting on the scooter. I didn't know that. I did not know that until recently. That's why they had mirrors down low so they could look up the skirts of women when they actually cocked their leg up to get onto the scooter.
Like, fucking didn't know that myself. I never had mirrors on mine. See, I was never a mod. I was always a scooter boy. It was always different, man.
Yeah.
It wasn't about looking like a mod. It was about looking like a punk on a scooter.
I had one with the fantail of mirrors.
Oh, fuck that.
Mark Donahue. Right.
I didn't know that till recently that one of the mods told me that's what the lower mirrors were for.
I had two PXs and I had a PK Vespers.
Okay, PK.
And I cut them all down. And then I had two LI Lambrettas. No, sorry, I had one LI and one GP. And I turned both of those into choppers, into stretched rake choppers. I never really fully appreciated a scooter as what it is. I mean, fuck me, if I hadn't cut them up and kept them in the garage and sold them out, it'd be worth a fortune. But
my dad gave me his LD. Which was a two-seater.
Okay.
With springs on.
That's old school. You used to have the dropped off back end on it, didn't it?
There was a dip back end. And then we went on to the SX, the GPs, the GTs, the LIs. We went on to all
fortune, man, Rob.
Yeah.
All those old lammies are worth a fortune.
Oh, freaking hell. Is what's his name doing it now, isn't it? Georgie Buttigieg and Brian Shinelli is buying up all the scooters.
Yeah, Sean McCafferty as well has just reopened Taft Speed.
Yeah, Taft Speed.
So you know, Taft Speed were for the UK it was that name was synonymous with scooters. So
everywhere. Yeah,
they're making a fortune. The Buttigiegs are my cousins, by the way.
You're welcome, John. George had the Royal Mail pub.
Yeah, that's the Maltese side of my family.
Well, me and George go back.
Huh?
Me and George goes back further than me and Prince Charles.
Yeah.
And they banned me from the Royal Mail of behaving badly. And I was actually still at the bar. It was you have met Craig yet? Craig is a out of control nutcase.
Right.
Him, our Robert, and I think it was Alan was in the bar playing pool. Well, Craig decided to let a fire extinguisher off in there, etc., because he was just crazy good lad. But I was actually in the lounge, stood by the bar talking, and she banned us off, told us to get out. And I said, "You really
Banned through association. I can understand that.
think that's going to worry me?" I said, "It's on the other side of town. I come all this way, and you think it's going to worry me to ban me from there?" Crazy fucking people. But yeah, George, he's on Facebook, but he don't talk to me no. Good dart player in his day, right?
I hadn't spoken to him for years. Alfie's a cousin as well. Do you know Alfie?
Died, didn't he?
Is he dead? I don't know. I don't bother anyway.
I think now on George is the last one.
Right. There's younger ones as well. But
Yeah, he was ready. He was my age, a bit younger than me, George, but good dart player. He was all pretty good dart players. What size, Jason? What are we talking about here then, people? What size, Jason? The 125. I jumped off the scooters onto a Tiger Cub. If anybody remembers the Tiger Cub, which was a Triumph.
The Triumph, yeah.
It was like a baby. It was a baby Bonneville, but she had twin exhausts and looked apart. And I think I might have got like 60, 70 miles an hour out of it. You know, it's fucking fast back in them days, lads.
Quiet.
Sorry.
Because we're all waiting for Jason to say, hiya, everybody.
Oh,
At the moment, I'm on Rob Nurden's YouTube video show. And I'm a member of the committee. Made in Birmingham. Always wanted the TR6. I wanted the TR4. If we're talking about cars.
I wanted a TR, no matter what it was.
I had a TR7 drop head.
The TR4 was a nice looking thing, you know, a nice looking car.
The TR5A was the first one to come out with fuel injection. First production car with fuel injection. It was mechanical fuel injection.
mechanical fuel injection.
Yeah.
Just a little. What did it have? Like a pump for each cylinder? How did it work?
I haven't got a fucking clue. I used to work when I was in my teens.
Yeah.
I worked for a guy that used to make props. So we were prop makers for TV and films.
Oh, yeah.
His hobby, his pastime was racing cars.
Okay.
And one of the cars he used to race was a TR5A. Or was it a TR6? I can't remember. Anyway, whichever one it was the first production car to have fuel injection, with mechanical fuel injection. But he had like an Aston Martin there, which is like probably a DB5 or 6. He had a Lotus Europa.
I was wondering how those work though. The mechanical fuel injection. So some fuel injection is injected to each cylinder, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some is injected into a throttle body, and this may be some kind of a hybrid of those. Oh, there he is again.
I have no fucking clue. Never looked at it.
Bricktop.
Look at Rob. Just look at Rob.
Bricktop.
Go on, Bubbles.
No, fuck Bubbles.
Just say decent. Decent. Just like he said it.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my back is killing me.
Oh, fuck off. Stop, you make me feel like a right bastard.
Slave labor. I had a Bosch mechanical fuel injection in a Volvo.
Yeah, so yeah. So anyway, I was going back to that, right? When I worked for it was the company was called Viridian Scenic Artwork. I made a full-size Tornado jet fighter. Do you know the Tornado?
No.
Right. Okay. So it was a European jet, and this thing they used it in the Falklands War, the actual plane, not the one I made, obviously because it didn't fly because it was a prop.
Yeah.
But I got in the oh Christ, I can't remember where we were. We produced this for, I think it was ITV, and basically it was for a TV program called Friday on My Mind. It was all about the Falklands War and the fighter pilots. So we delivered this to an airfield. Yeah, me and John, who was the carpenter. I used to do all steel work, and John used to do all the woodwork. And they had a picture in the local press of me and John carrying a full-size Tornado jet fighter down a runway.
Full size.
Full size. Life-size plane. Look, to all intents and purposes, on the outside looked like the real thing.
Oh, really?
Serious, yeah. I had the nose on my, well, it was the front wheel and leg up on my shoulder, and John had the back end on him. We were walking onto the highway, onto the runway. But they used it for shots on the airfield, and they used it for the cockpit shots.
Okay.
So you know,
I had a friend at the Falklands War, and he come back, and he worked for me for a while, and he said they tried to turn the Falklands War into a Vietnam sort of thing, and
yeah, they did.
there was murder about them all trying to like smoke dope and whatever, and they was, they all thought they could turn it into that sort of thing.
Oh, just for fun, like.
Look there, Wayne's laughing.
My cousin Howard was there, and he's just not the same bloke.
No,
He'd blown up next to him. He said he came, he had bits of his mate all over him, and
my mate Phil, in fair dues, he could do that fucking moonwalk. Was the bit only thing he could do was the moonwalk. Michael Jackson.
yeah.
He would get people up on their feet, clapping him because he was pretty good at it. But they sent him slightly dappy, and they all said nobody knew why, because it wasn't really that heavy a conflict. All right,
It was a brutal conflict, but it was a short one, wasn't it?
yeah, people got killed, obviously.
It was fucking what is Lionel saying? What Falklands War? Falklands. Fuck's sake.
It was a piece of shit, wasn't it? They said they wanted to fight about the Falklands, because they said the Falklands originally belonged to us. They won't say that to fucking China, will they?
Well, that was Margaret Thatcher's war.
Yeah, they won't go to China.
That was Margaret's War.
We want you out here now, next week. Pack your fucking bags, get out here. I know.
I gotta be honest though, right? As much as people hate that woman, she was fucking strong as fuck. I mean that war, albeit we should have come to some sort of compromise, because at the end of the day, what the fuck has that island got to do with us?
Right, that's right.
So who'd won it?
Well, we did win it.
Yeah, but we didn't want it.
At what cost? And for what? The inhabitants of the island, all right, they want to be British. Well, if they want to be British that much, come back home. That island is on the fucking edge of Argentina. How fucking far away are we from Argentina?
Well, what can you really do with it?
There was a saying: if all the Irish went back to Ireland, it would sink.
Yeah, fucking would. If all the Irish went back to Ireland, there'd be no fucking steel left in Ireland either.
What was the reason for the Falklands War then? Why fight it?
The Argentinians basically invaded, didn't they? They wanted to take the island back, which I don't blame. No, see, I don't mean I don't blame them, but I can understand where they're coming from.
We said it was ours.
They wanted to repatronise the island.
Yes.
And we didn't want to give it up.
So in that case, we own Australia.
Well, we don't own fuck all, do we? But
yeah, but if they want to put it down in writing, we actually own Australia, because we went there first.
Vince, who's your monarch?
The Queen.
Absolutely.
How do you fucking want?
But she's old. She can't take anything over anymore.
You'll still come and kick your ass. Don't worry about that, mate.
When her son takes over, what do you think he's going to do?
Nothing.
When Charles takes over, what do you think?
He's going to avoid the news like he does now.
Charles will come over to your country, and he will expel every single human being off the land, because the trees need to take control.
God, we're in trouble.
Yeah, you're in big fucking trouble.
We're fucked.
That guy is fucking loopy. I'm telling you. He talks to plants.
We need.
There's only 100. There's only 100 of us here, so we got.
I know. Well, I don't think there's that many of you. I'm sure a couple of them registered twice.
I had about 2,500 comments last week. Turned this into a political fucking nonsense rap.
Did you say 2,500?
Fucking Cherry is my monarch.
2,500.
Lionel, for fuck's sake, man! You're in the fucking chat room all night. Just come in the fucking in the room.
Why is Lionel hiding out in the comment?
I'm confused as fuck.
He can't. He's the man alone. He's all right.
Right, if Lionel can fucking text, he can talk.
He can't talk because there's people in the room with him. He's not going to be squaring like that in front of his, the bishop and whatever, isn't it?
Listen, I know for a fact that Lynn would rather be watching me than watching him fucking texting.
Oh my god!
It's a fact.
Watching him fucking and texting.
I missed that. What was that?
Nothing. I was trying to figure out.
I'll just put the speaker on in here now. Hang on.
It's Vince putting it in his own words. Missing
I'm just removing the commas and the periods. That's all.
Yeah, that's right.
So, whose birthday was it, Wayne?
What birthday?
Whose birthday was it?
When?
Well, not so long ago.
Oh, it wasn't mine.
But you still got cards up behind you.
Where? That's the bleeding box off the camera.
Happy birthday, mate. From Japan. China.
Yeah.
Kung Fong Wee.
It worked.
Does it work all right, Wayne? Does it work all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, that's it. That's the review. Yeah, okay, it's fine. It works. And the box is fucking great.
And that's the
That's the UB40. Yeah, we know what that is.
for the
Proof
Land
of
Rover.
ownership.
For the
Right.
Land Rover.
Well, you only just changed the ownership on it.
No. It's 20th of May. There's no MOT on it. So
Who
I'm
who
waiting
owned
till
it
then.
before? The junkyard?
The Army.
I thought it was tax exempt.
It is tax exempt, but it's MOT exempt on the 20th of May for any car that's over 40-year-old.
Right.
So,
Bye, Andy.
when the 20th of May comes, I can then apply for the tax without an MOT. You laughing at?
Lionel, sorry.
They're on a text. We're there texting.
Oh no, this is got to read the comments I made and then what Lyle responded. That's why I've laughed.
I read it tomorrow. Karen said, now that I hurt my foot and knee, my trike bike sounds good, like a good idea. Till some cat hits me.
Oh,
I don't agree with no MOT though. Why?
I agree with you there, Seb. I think cars should go through some sort of roadworthiness test before.
What they said was that cars that are over, like the very old ones, like mine, 2A and all that lot, they haven't got the people that know about them. So when they come to
that's
check
so
them,
sad, isn't it? Really.
when they come to check them, they don't know what the bleeding hell they're looking at.
They don't
That doesn't make a bit of fucking sense.
The trouble is there, though, Wayne. Do you not agree that it clearly shows we've lost a lot of skills in the country anyway?
We've got fuck on now.
Because cars now are fly-by-wire, and you plug them in, and it tells you what's wrong.
You tell me where there's an engineering company that take on apprentices.
Me?
All right.
You gonna come and work with me?
I would.
All right. How much are your mum and dad going to pay me to teach you?
You'd have you on crutches.
It's nothing. When you have Metrovics, Ferrantis, if you go all through the lot GEC and all them lot, they all had apprenticeships.
Yeah.
The buses, they had apprenticeships.
Yeah.
Now it's not.
It's all bollocks now.
Send back over to Ireland and they repair them.
Well, do you know what? 90% of the buses that come into the UK are all built in China now, anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a friend who's successfully a multi-millionaire through importing buses and upgrading them for the UK market from China. Absolute fortune.
From China.
Absolute fortune.
From China.
In fact, I might go and work for him. Fuck it.
You say from China to the UK?
From China to the UK.
Never.
Yeah. Listen, we can slag China off as much as we want, right? But still, they are, on an engineering level, fucking far beyond the UK.
Well, all they gotta do, right? All they gotta do is fucking give me my plasma cutter money, and
I know, I fully agree.
I'll talk to them nice until I get my plasma money thing. They're a gang of fucking slant-eyed little bastards.
The thing is, though, they'll change, won't they? If something, will you get that off the bleeding screen, Vince? It wasn't my birthday. Mine's September. Mine's September the 12th.
December the 12th.
September.
Oh, January the 12th.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, if anything's going well over in China, they just retool, don't they, and they start making that.
it was a nice punt.
Right,
You can
Paul's
say what you like,
saying,
you
I
can
wish
say what you
mine
like
were
about the
the
Chinese, but at least they're from China.
No, fuck all about a million, Paul. What's a DRO? Please tell us.
Well, we have a vehicle safety that you have to have your vehicle pass through, but it's pretty standard stuff. Like, you know, your critical members can't be rusted through. Your shocks have to be good. Your brakes have to work. Brake lines, you know, pretty standard things, right?
That's like our MOT, but that's now got our MOT's got tighter and tighter. So it's gone into things that,
Your tires can only have so much wear in the tread, you know, things like that. Common stuff.
Yeah. which is an MOT.
But now they're bringing in, if there's any sort of soot that comes out your exhaust or any glimpse of smoke, it's failed.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Which will pretty much put every fucking car I've ever owned or ever will own straight in the scrap heap.
Right, yeah.
You know? Unless you know an MOT station.
I do.
Unless you know somebody who's doing it. Well, I know a few, right? But
Corner pocket, and then maybe go for the green. A little bit of draw on the red. Pull back for the yellow. You get a nice 3 points right there.
Lionel's got it right. Look, fucking
He's
8-track tape must be functional.
What they've said is that
Let's use the bathroom, guys.
although there'll be no MOT for the vehicles over 40-year-olds, they do advise that you take it in and play bleeding pool.
Who is?
Oh, nice yellow right there. Oh, he's playing 8-ball. That's why. I thought he was playing snooker. There you go. You're on your way.
Blue on to 9.
Two on the 9 yet. 2 on the 9.
Yeah, they've advised that you do take it in and have it checked.
Oh no!
Oh fuck! I could have told you way too much sightings on there. Way too much.
Stupid fucking game anyway.
Try it again.
I play on that quite often, actually. You know, I got £2 million in the bank, but
You can't cash it out.
no, you can't cash it out. Right, Lionel, nice baby, Scotch wash wang, sealskin seat covers optional.
MOT's over the phone.
Inspections at the gas station I work at.
Fake inspections at a gas station. I work there. Oh yeah.
Well, the thing is, as you know, I got 2 cars on the front over 40 year, so hopefully we'll have something done to them this year to make them drivable again.
Well, fucking you're anything over 40 years old, there's something wrong with it.
No, I reckon because of the MG, the GT, I reckon with a battery, I could probably go there and start it now.
Did you just call it a battery?
Yeah, if I put a battery on it, I could start that car. It would start. And fucking hell, it's one of the easiest engines in the world, you know? It'd take you 2 minutes to swap the plugs out, put a bit of sandpaper between the points, and it should probably start straight away. I might do that this year. I don't know what I'm doing this year.
That MG, you're going to get that MG moving?
Baby, I'm not sure.
Which one now? You're going to do the midget or the the GT?
Well, the midget is the easiest one because it.
I do the midget. Honest to God, Bob, that midget will turn you around a few grand.
Yeah, so will the other. But
yeah, the midget's the easiest one. Get the midget done, yeah, and put that money then into the BGT.
Yeah, I know you can't see that. It's like giving up smoking, isn't it? Oh, I'm gonna save £2.50 a day. Or in my day, when I give a poker, I'm going to save about 36p.
Well, whenever I play poker, I lose. Full stop.
How much is a pack of fags now? It's like 10 going, isn't it?
I don't know. I haven't bought a pack of fags for 30 years.
I don't go around that neighborhood.
Cigarettes we're talking about, Rob.
Oh,
It's cigarettes. I know you Canadians like to make up your own words and stuff.
Yes,
in
we
English
do.
language, but
cigarettes.
yep. Fag is a word that we brought over here from the States, but here it means a cigarette.
Yeah, see, most mechanics you don't know what a set of points are.
No, that's true. Well, unless you're over 40.
And I know the gap between a set of points is 25 mil because it's the thickness. It used to be the
Not 25 mil, 2.5.
Yeah.
I'd say more like a Rizzler paper. But
It used to be the thickness of the carbon off your cigarette box.
Oh.
Or your thumbnail.
Oh, that's on an automobile. See, on a small engine, it's usually 18 thou.
thumbnail on a spark plug.
Yeah.
Rizzler paper on points.
Oh no, Rizzler paper, no. Anyway, I'm telling you now because them engines, both engines, was rebuilt when they got put back in there, and it's just sat there. It's never moved since the engines was redone. I've noticed the interior now on a GT has dropped, so that I'd have to put up a new headline or whatever. But it's all possible. It can all be done, can it? I've got a complete spare MGB GT up in the attic. Wings, doors, glass, all the chromes are up in the attic. Half an engine. Twin, what do they call them? Twin Webers. All up in the attic.
Did you read?
Been to Spain.
Saskatchewan. Where's Saskatchewan in Canada?
Right beside Manitoba, Jason. Right beside me to the
Right.
to the west.
Where the fuck's Toronto in all of that?
Ontario.
Where?
Ontario.
It's around the back of Vince's shed.
Just around about.
Vince, how far away from Hamilton are you?
Oh, fuck me.
I thought you
Long
was,
fucking way away.
A long way.
Yep, a long way.
is that George?
George Hamilton.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a lovely tan, doesn't he?
I just love George Hamilton, the orange TV car.
He does have a lovely tan. Let's see here.
We're just getting stupid now, aren't we? Who's muted Vince then? Tim's world. Does Canada exist?
Just in our imaginations.
Yeah. Only in
Troy.
our mind.
You see that Troy lives under my thing, yeah. And Troy got a bit of a
You're
bad.
right, Ross.
So Troy is giving me gases like.
Saskatchewan is. I think my ex partner lived there, worked there, and they won a fucking great deal. But when I went over to stay with friends, her friends, we went to. Where did you say it was, Vince? Ontario.
Ontario. I think you're in Toronto. You're in Toronto area.
Yeah, we were in Toronto, and it was great. There was like loads of hot dog sausage and vans and things. I fucking love all that.
As soon as I can afford a backpack, I'm on my way over.
Where does Canada fit on the flat Earth? Tim, you've got a very good point. It's on the other side.
It's on the other side of the
It's
planet.
on the other side because you've got to fly as far as you can, and then you do basically a 180 and go back on yourself.
Oh, it's like a record. KFC side.
No, it's 180.
It's a
And then you go back
200,
on yourself and then turn left, and then you'll find Canada.
It's a 200-mile ice wall right around the flat Earth, apparently.
It's total.
50 miles.
I tell you, was on about it. The Trailer Park Boys was on about flat Earth the other day.
Were they?
Yeah. and they said about the 200-mile ice wall, and about the airplanes, where come an airplane goes in that direction and comes back that direction. Well, that was
yeah, but there's a reason for that, right? Because well, no, it's all to do with shopping trolleys.
Well, the thing is, if there's two fat people sat on one side of an airplane, it's going to slightly swing, isn't it?
Wow.
So you notice, whenever you get on an airplane, they always put like the fat people on the one side.
No, they always put them sat next to me. Whatever side I'm on, I get the fat one next to me, so I can't get past her. I flew back from fucking from Perth in Australia, back to Dubai. It was like an 8-hour or 9-hour. Next to the biggest man you'll ever meet, and he was a lovely bloke. Don't get me wrong, but he had to be like 50 stone. And the guy was an engineering manager that just flown straight over to Perth from Scotland, over to Perth, Australia. Literally gone over there, supervised the job, and then flew straight back. The guy didn't even have a chance to have a shower. Right? So he sat on the two chairs next to me. I'm up against the window. I can't get out. I can't move. This guy's fallen asleep. He's absolutely exhausted. It stinks. I mean, when I say stinks, I mean BO is beyond the world, you know. And this isn't because he's the dirty man. It's because this man has been expected to work so many fucking hours and get back to the UK in such a short space of time that he hasn't had a chance to get cleaned up. Work in the mines, right?
You seem to know a lot about him.
I spoke to him before he fell asleep. I spoke to him. He was a fucking lovely bloke. It's just like he was massive, and I couldn't get past it. I literally ended up having a pee